Alright, today I'm flying with Jim. You've seen him in a few other videos. He's not a pilot, not a student, friend of mine. We're going on a trip. Although today he said he might try his hand at flying, but as I flew down here from Statesville, I'm picking Jim up at Monroe. It is quite turbulent up today, or out today, up to 3,000. Maybe we can get higher, maybe it'll smooth out a little bit, so we'll see. The irony of that is Jim is not the largest fan of flying in a small plane. He does it, but it's not it's not something you would seek out, I guess, is the way to put it.
2-3 is left.
That is true.
Hopefully we can find some smooth air for you.
That'd be great. Doesn't bother me, Bumpy commercial, but it does on this little some strange reason.
Well, yeah, she was rocking and rolling. It was about a 30-minute flight for me. I think I hit my head 5 times on the ceiling on the way down from Statesville.
I think I've only hit it maybe twice every time, all the times I've flown with you. That had to be pretty bumpy.
Oh, we're headed to, I don't know if I said where we're headed now, headed to Hilton Head Island. Alright, question mark, checklist, landing light strobe is on, these are set, breakers are in, flaps are to take off, fuel pump is on, full prop, a 3/4 rich, we are on the fullest tank, and trim is to take off.
Monroe traffic, 526 Delta here, be lining up on 23. Monroe.
Alright, fuel pump on, there we go.
I have to give you clearance here, or you go on your
Oh,
own?
it's untowered. Just gotta wait for him to get out of my way. Alright, we got a little wind off the right. We'll put a little crosswind correction in.
Monroe traffic, 526 Delta here, taking off 23, be departing to the south, Monroe.
Okay, here we go.
Monroe traffic, 144 Papa Whiskey, turning left crosswind, runway 23, Monroe.
Alright, he's turning cross. Keep an eye on him for me, if you would.
Adam. That's the way we're going?
Yes it is. He's probably coming around back in the pattern again.
Monroe traffic, 144 Papa Whiskey, turning left downwind,
There
runway
he
23,
goes.
Monroe.
Alright, flaps up.
Monroe traffic, 526 Delta here, departing here to the south, last call, Monroe.
Alright, so let's go up to 4.
Monroe traffic, Sky 2055.
We'll go 45. Let's see what that feels like.
45 left downwind, 23 Monroe.
Altitude.
2 comps, helicopter
Let's
139.
just confirm 6,000 foot floor on this shelf. So once we get out from under this Bravo area, we can try to go higher. Maybe it'll smooth out a little bit. But you can feel the autopilot kind of having a bit of a time. I think if we get up, I mean, you can kind of see this little hazy layer. Usually if you can get above that, it smooths out. You just have to work with Charlotte's airspace at the moment. All right, there we go, leveling off. Let's pull power back, because we got to keep her below the yellow arc. Oh, right. Yellow arc is only for smooth air. All right, we're going cross country, so we're going to monitor guard 121.5. And if we happen to stray into somebody's airspace that we're not supposed to, or we're not supposed to be, they'll have a way to contact us. All right, we're almost at altitude.
Not too bad now.
If you get above that haze layer, 6,500, that's going to be 21.1, 21.5, 2,400. Well, I've researched the airport. I got their pattern altitude. I got their runways. I've already programmed their ATIS, their weather, tower frequency, and ground frequency. So we should be good to go. All right, she's smooth. You want to fly?
Traffic is like stopped right there. You can see the beginning. I
Yeah.
wonder if that's a wreck or something.
Anyway, you didn't answer my question. Okay,
That's just going so smooth right now.
that's why I figured it was safe.
I don't want to fuck it up. What would we do if I were flying?
The first lesson for everyone is straight and level, which sounds like it'd be easy. We can use this to gauge. See how that center section of that line moves? Right now it's all centered. That means we're on course. If the center section of that line moves one way or the other, that's you getting off course. So if you imagine that center section is your course. So if your plane starts moving this way, the center section kind of drifts off to the right because you're drifting off. So we try to work on that by using head outside. So for visual flight rules, what we do is, all right, we're on course. You pick out something in front of you, say that big brown and green patch, and fly to that. Double check your course and then pick out something again, because we try to get everybody to keep their eyes outside for visual. And then for altitude, you kind of got to get a picture of how high is the horizon line above the nose, and also you can use your ears. Because if you start descending, the wind noise will pick up. If you start climbing, it'll slow down. And we usually spend a lesson or two on that, maybe some standard rate turns. And then we can move into the fun stuff like stalls, steep turns.
That f***ing sounds crazy.
And the other thing too is it depends. Some people are more advanced than others, or some people learn faster than others. But a lot of times, even on the first or second one, I'll do a power off drill. Some people think if you turn this engine off, the plane's just going to go nose down and corkscrew into the ground, and it doesn't. This plane all planes have a glide ratio. That's how far they can go horizontally or how high they are vertically. Oh, this plane, it's either 8.7 or 8.9. I can't remember exactly. But if you just round to 9,000 or 9 to 1, so that means for every 1,000 feet of altitude, we can glide 9,000 feet. That's assuming no wind. Obviously, if you flew into the wind or with the wind, that would change. So, at 6,000 feet up, and nautical mile has 6,000 feet. So we could glide about 9 miles if I'm doing my math right.
Do I have to use my feet at all?
You don't use them a lot in straight and level flight, or for turns, or maneuvers.
That's doing this thing?
Yeah, that controls your yaw. So, you got 3 axes for the plane. You got one that goes down the center, right? Your ailerons move it that way. You got one down the wings. Your elevator moves it that way. That's up and down, side to side. And the vertical axis is where the rudder comes in. So the rudder turns the plane, but it will not turn your course per se. You'll just go plowing through the air, kind of like we are now, kind of crooked. You have to take some of the lift that's holding you up. That's why we bank the wings. Put it in a horizontal lift that pushes you around. That's where the rudder comes in. The wing with more lift is also generating more drag, and it wants to turn the plane the wrong way, called adverse yaw. You asked for all this, by the way. So we put the rudder in to swing the tail around to undo that, keep the plane coordinated. We use that little brick right there. As long as that brick is centered under the little triangle, you're where you want to be.
All right, I'll do it. I'll do straight and level for a second. What do I do?
All right, put your feet down on the pedals, just the lower part of the pedals, so keep your heels on the floor. See those round bars? That's where you want. Right, there you go. Okay, left hand on the stick. And we don't have to worry about throttle or anything right now, so that we're fine with that. And when you want to take over from the autopilot, you press the red button. Now here's what I'm going to do. Enter the heading bug, because the autopilot has already figured out the crab. So your goal is to keep it on the heading bug and keep it at 6,500 feet. All right, so whenever you're ready, just push the red button.
What's it going to do?
Turn off the autopilot.
I know, but what's it going to do?
It shouldn't do much of anything. The autopilot's got it all trimmed out and everything, so you shouldn't feel a whole lot of anything.
And what happens if things go bad? You take it?
Yes, I will prevent it from going too bad. All right, here we go. World's first.
I don't want it to go bad at all. All right. I don't know if I can do it. Okay.
All right.
Autopilot.
We're in control. Like I say, the autopilot's done a lot of the hard work for you. As she's starting to climb a bit. Your trim wheel, if she wants to climb and you have to keep pushing the stick forward, you can roll this trim wheel a little bit forward. It'll take some of that pressure off of you.
Be too much to think about. But all right.
Yeah. Say we got you into. We cheated a little bit on you because it already had everything set up, but that's fine.
That's all I want. Is it going up when I push down? It goes up, or?
No, when you push down, it goes down, and when you let her up, when you pull it back, it goes up.
I'm moving around a lot.
Oh, you're not too bad. And what that number on the side means, see it says 300 right there, that's how many feet per minute you're climbing. So you're climbing at 400 feet per minute.
Okay, you can put the autopilot back on. That was fine.
That's it? 2 seconds? You can see it took off that, you had about 100 foot of altitude, it took it off, made a little turn.
How was that far off? I got it that far off track.
Oh, we'll see, it might have overcorrected. Okay, there you go.
I've done it.
That's it for the bucket list? Straight level for a minute and a half?
Just need to take a breath.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we'll try again.
Alright, so if you look past, so that big body of water up there, be there, so it should be just on the other side of that. Alright, where is our airfield? I think I might see outline of a area. I'm pretty sure I see it until I get up there and find out it's a canal or something. The runway is going to be coming right at us. So what I was looking at, okay, I'm pretty sure I see it.
Have it?
I think so, about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Down on either sides of it.
Hilton Head Tower, Diamond 526, Delta Sierra 10 to the north with Alpha, inbound for full stop.
And just give me the call sign.
526, Delta Sierra.
526 Delta Sierra, you're set up for a left downwind.
We will set, yes, left downwind for 3, be great.
Roger, left downwind, report me to runway 3.
Left downwind, runway 3, 526 Delta Sierra.
Pull the speed back.
Lights out.
Alright, landing light on. Alright, where did it go? I lost what I was seeing.
Is it like midway in the island, like halfway?
Oh, it should be
Leaving altitude.
at it right there.
Oh, that can't.
I think that might be it right there. That long strip. It's headed the right direction.
I was looking at the wrong thing.
I was too. I think that's our boy right there.
Still don't see it, but that's okay.
Long strip,
What
kind of
altitude
running
did you have?
perpendicular to us. Right, pointed out that way.
Oh, that big one there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. I was looking over there.
Yeah. No, the closer we get, the more that looks. It's the only thing I see that could be an airport.
Are you going out and around?
Oh, he wants us in a left downwind, so what that means is we're going to stay on this side of the runway and just parallel. And then we'll do just like I did when I came to Monroe. Then we'll turn and turn, do like a horseshoe pattern.
You'll be landing this way.
Correct, the wind's coming from that way.
Want me to take over or you got it?
I'd be happy to see. You've watched the videos.
Hilton Head Tower, 526 Delta Sierra, left downwind, 03.
Number 6 Delta Sierra, runway 3, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 3, 526 Delta Sierra.
Okay, there's our 1,000 footers. Power back, hold her level. Alright, landing lights on, fuel pump, full prop, mixture up. So we're not slow enough for flaps. Alright, first notch flaps. Slow her down to 90. Alright, and we're high. And we're fast, so. Alright, last notch flaps.
035 Lima, you going the wrong way? Ah, my mistake, runway 3.
Alright,
My apologies, sir.
alright, there's one red. We're gonna keep her about 75. A little slow, a little power, 2 red. Alright, it's a bucking Bronco. Let's pull that speed back. Alright, all red, little power. And let her come down here. That was a workout. All right. Well, we made it.
No, 35 Lima, you got to
Very
make 5
nice.
to 12 o'clock and go stop.